Hello, Kendall from Reddit Whiskey with a recap of my first attack from this war, and this was a cleanup attack, so I did know some things. The first attack, and there might have been actually two, were air attacks, but they told me some very, very important things. And what they told me was that there was a Tesla here, a Tesla here, Tesla here, and a Tesla here. And then I also knew that there was a giant bomb here. Um, because this is a symmetrical base, I assumed that there was a giant bomb here, and simply because it probably makes sense, a giant bomb here and a giant bomb here. And I guess since this is an air attack too, I'm going to do a swarm HoLo, some other things that I learned that were important. There was an air mine here, there was an air mine here, and there was an air mine down here. And the reason that the air mines are important is because it affects how many balloons I need to bring on my HoLo. And since that's only 3 of the 4, and since this is symmetrical, I assume that the last one, and I guess it was probably in this compartment right there, would have been the 4th one. So, that's what I was looking at here. So, Swarm HoLo was the attack, and the reason I went with a Swarm HoLo is you can see these air defenses do not protect any of really of these outer kind of defenses. This entire outer ring is unprotected by air defenses, which means I can fairly efficiently take out pretty much this entire outer ring of defenses, leaving just the inner ring, which also eliminates pretty much all of the double giant bomb spots. I don't have to worry about them at all. So plan was, and I guess before we get to the plan, clan castle. So normally when you're doing a HoLo, you want to start your balloon drop at the areas that are farthest away from the clan castle radius. And the reason is you don't want to have to deal with clan castle troops at the same time you're dealing with your balloon drop. So in this base, it's probably not nearly as important because the 4 compartments are all so far apart that it would take a while for the clan castle troops to move to them. But it's still, it's good to stay into proper habits, I guess. So I kind of like to stick with things. So because of that, I was going to start with this compartment up here, move to this compartment, then go down to here, and then finally down here. And you say, well, why don't you do this one first before this one? This archer tower would be able to shoot at this cannon, so I wanted the balloons over here to be tanking this archer tower, so when I drop the balloon over here, it would be able to take out the cannon. And I probably should have brought 2 for this one. I only brought 1, and I think I just probably got lucky. It was really close. So the plan was I was going to send in 2 balloons here, followed by 2 balloons here, and then 2 balloons here, followed by 1 balloon here. And the reason I was doing 2 and 2 in this side and only 2 and 1 on this side is you'll notice there's only a wizard tower over here, whereas there's archer tower over here. And the archer tower fires faster, and there was a better chance that this cannon wasn't going to go down. So then I was going to move down, and I was going to do 2 here on the archer tower, 2 in the cannon, 2 in the cannon, finally followed by 1 on this cannon. And the other thing I did know from the first attacks, or first 2 attacks, was there was a balloon in the clan castle. So I knew that even though these loons should get the entire pull, that balloon would not come out because it's an air only. So I was going to send in 1 hog to get the final balloon out. From there, the plan was I was going to do my kill squad up here at the top. I was going to drop an archer right here for an anchor. I was going to then immediately get my witches down. And the reason I could is because once these defenses are gone, I don't have to worry about anything protecting them. So I was getting my witches down so that they would immediately start spawning skellies. So hopefully they'd have the 5 seconds to have a chance to get to their second round of skellies. Once the CC troops got a little bit closer up, I was going to throw my archer queen some additional barbs down in the wizzies. Then I was going to drop wizzies here on the outside just to break what little funnel there is. I wanted to make sure my barbarian king stayed there, so I was going to kind of do wizzies here to break the trash ring, even though it's pretty much broken anyway. Follow that, I was going to send my golem in this way with my barbarian king once the clan castle troops were under control, and then I brought a ton of wall breakers to kind of break in here and hopefully get into there. So I also too I wanted to make sure I dropped my golem so it would kind of go to this wall right here, so my wall breakers would face this corner and not have to worry about the wizard tower shooting at them. So that was the plan from there. And my execution was a little bit off. I had planned on doing kind of a 2-finger drop on the hogs onto these 2 defenses, and I guess I clicked on the no drop zone on this side, so they never came out. So I ended up I had to do some adjustments, but neither here nor there. Plan was, heal here. I've got a heal down here for these Teslas, another heal down here, and I think my final heal was up here. It was pretty easy. There wasn't a whole lot of defenses left to deal with. So we will get then to the replay. kind of walk through it. So, oh, and this is one other thing too I forgot to mention. So when I started, I told you I was starting my balloon drop over here. I waited to drop the balloons though until this archer queen was sitting out here. So she had the farthest distance to walk, so she wouldn't be shooting at the balloons at these cannon here, so I didn't have to worry about her. So you'll see I'm going to wait till she starts moving away. Then I get my 2 and my 2 down, 2 and 1. That's all going well. 2, 2, 2, and then 1. So balloon drop is going fine. Got all of those defenses. All of these are coming down. Um, I get lucky because this is pretty close, but he gets that right in time, so I get that down. Then I send my 1 hog in to get the final balloon out of there. Then you'll see I drop my archer, followed by immediately getting my witches down so that they have a chance. I stagger the witches so they're spawning skellies at different time. You know, they're actually about to start. They've got the second round. I get some additional barbarians and my archer queen, followed by the wizards. Then I go ahead and drop the wizards out here to break the trash ring. Clan castle troops are fine. I had a couple extra barbs, went in and threw them down. Threw the golem again, as I said, on this side so that the wizard tower would be shooting this direction. Barbarian king down, followed by all of the wall breakers. And you can see here is where I kind of mess up on my hog drop. I planned on dropping them 2 finger here and here, and this finger over here must have been inside the no deploy range, so I ended up not getting all my hogs out, and it was a little messy, but it worked out fine. Dropped my first heal down right there, and then you'll see here I got my second heal over here. There's a lot of DPS coming in with all these Teslas. Luckily my Barbarian King was doing some tanking for me. I think the Golem was tanking a little bit there. Everything's kind of moving through. Gonna have my next heal kind of right here. Then you'll see here I've got my final heal will be kind of up here at the top just to kind of keep these all up. And it might not even be necessary. I've got a ton of hogs left. And then I did make one little mistake here. I go to do the cleanup and I drop both of my wizards down here. In hindsight, I probably should have dropped one of them up here. Since the hogs are ending over here, that would have made more sense. There's a lot of buildings over here. It's moving a little too quick. So we'll speed this up because it's just cleanup here. I popped the Archer Queen ability. Oops, there was that one giant bomb right where I thought it was going to be. Golem's up here. Golem might not have been necessary. Didn't take a ton of damage, but this giant bomb actually hit my hogs a little bit. Luckily, they were all at full health, so I didn't have to worry about them. But, that was it. That was the cleanup. So, a whole lot easier to attack bases once you know where all the traps are. So, hope this helped. If there's any questions or comments, please leave them below. And thank you very much for watching.